appearing before our committee today. We know your predecessor, Chairman Gensler, really weaponized the position he was in to go after Iowa farmers, businesses, and workers by pushing a climate agenda that I think reached far beyond the jurisdiction of the Commission and the SEC. Just one example of rogue actions under the previous administration. And so in March of this year, I was very pleased to see the Commission vote to stop defending that controversial climate disclosure rule. So thank you for helping to protect hardworking Americans against an egregious and outrageous rule. What is the status of the rule now, and what does the Commission plan to do in terms of formally rescinding that rule?
Well, so thank you for the question, Congresswoman. That rule was adopted, I think, March of last year by the Commission, and so, but then quickly there were lawsuits filed in various jurisdictions, and so the Commission at the time basically put it on ice voluntarily. So that's the status of it now. There's still, the lawsuits are being consolidated in the 8th Circuit based in St. Louis. And so we're actively studying, what to do with respect to the rule. The 8th Circuit posed some questions to us, and we need to answer those here in the coming weeks. And so that's actively working with my colleagues in the staff to figure out the next steps.
Yeah. Well, I distinctly remember my line of questioning in this hearing room last time, and I asked Chairman Gensler if he could find anywhere in the code where the authorization existed at the SEC to go in this direction, and he could not defend that. And I think that that's probably what the outcome will be. And again, it's about reversing regulations and overburdensome rules. And the U.S. Chamber actually came out in January and made clear the urgent need to roll back the worst of the regulatory onslaught from the past 4 years. This is about creating an environment for our small businesses and our workers to actually be able to thrive. And I agree. So what is your status of review of burdensome and unnecessary regulations at the SEC, and what does that process look like?
Well, the thing about burdensome and unnecessary regulations is that it raises costs for everybody, and it inhibits innovation in the marketplace because of the uncertainty of those rules, and especially if they, if they create impediments that don't necessarily balance the costs and benefits, for those rules. So that's part of the essential part of rulemaking, and then reviewing rules to make sure that with changes in technology and in the marketplace that we stay up to speed as far as making sure that the rules are fit for purpose, and then to pare back or to add depending on what's needed.
Yeah. The FTC, we had a commissioner in last week, and they have a portal online to take feedback and kind of tips on what could be rolled back or maybe seen as anti-competitive. Are you anticipating doing something similar where people can flag for you rules that you can review?
Yeah, in fact, I was just talking about that yesterday, that that was probably a good idea. We will enter into roundtables, like on the crypto side. We've done that and have, I think, 1 or 2 more left to do that the task force is planning. But more generally, to have like a suggestion box, let's say, is not a bad idea for to address anomalies that the staff of the SEC, not being active practitioners outside, may not be aware of. So it's important.
Well, I certainly bet some of my constituents have some strong feedback as to some of those ideas, and we could probably get that list started for you. What would you say are your top 3 goals with deregulating at the SEC?
Well, I don't know about deregulating, but maybe just focusing on what the real issues are where, again, there are impediments that are thrown up. The securities laws have been around now 90 years, 90-some years. And so, everything needs to be looked at in the spring cleaning, if you will, because things build up over time and people don't have time to address, things that might have become problematic. So I do think that it's incumbent on us to make sure that we are as efficient as possible and that we have well-tailored rules that are not creating, workarounds or things where people can take advantage of the rules.
Certainly. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Thank you very much. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from can let the people who haven't had a chance.
So you're waiving your time?
I would like to have it, but I know they haven't had a chance to go first. It's a good try.
Chair now recognizes the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Edwards, for 5 minutes.